The boy who couldn't count, in the busy streets of Suralere, Lagos, where yellow buses roared past and roadside traders shouted the prices of oranges and groundnuts, lived a boy named Tunde Adebayo. Tunde was 15, tall for his age, quiet, and constantly afraid of numbers. Mathematics was his nightmare. Every term, when report cards were shared at Bright Future Secondary School, Tunde's hands trembled. English, fair. Government, good. Literature, excellent. But mathematics. Always the same red ink, F9. At home, the atmosphere would shift the moment his father saw the result again. Mr. Adebayo would say, removing his glasses slowly. What kind of son cannot pass ordinary mathematics? His mother would shake her head.
This result is disappointing, son.
Your cousin's grades are excellent. Why can't you be like him? I'm sorry, I'll try harder.
The comparison stung more than the words. In Nigeria, mathematics was not just a subject. It was a gatekeeper. Without it, you could not study engineering, medicine, accounting, or even many university courses. Mathematics was power. Mathematics was respect, and Tunde had none of it. He began to believe something was wrong with him. During classes, numbers danced on the board. Fractions blurred. Algebra felt like a foreign language spoken too fast. When teachers asked questions, he avoided eye contact. His classmates laughed when he made mistakes. Soon, he stopped trying. One humid afternoon in SS2. Something unexpected happened. Their regular mathematics teacher was transferred. In her place came a new teacher, Mr. Adewale. He was not tall. Not intimidating. He wore neatly ironed shirts and carried a small leather bag that looked older than some students. But his eyes were sharp, observant. On his first day, he wrote on the board in bold letters, "Mathematics is not about intelligence. It is about understanding." The class murmured. After a short introduction, he gave them a simple problem on quadratic equations. As usual, Tunde stared blankly at his paper. Mr. Adewale walked around the classroom quietly. He stopped beside Tunde's desk.
Why is your page
Why
empty?
is your page empty?
I don't understand
He
it,
asked
sir.
Gently.
Which part?
All of
I
it.
don't understand it, sir. Which part? All of it. Instead of sighing or walking away, Mr. Adewale pulled a chair and sat beside him. Good, he said. Tunde looked confused. Good, sir. Yes. Now I know where to begin. That day marked the first time a teacher
See
did
how the
not
angles
assume he was
correspond
lazy.
here?
After
Oh,
school,
I see it now.
Mr.
Good.
Adewale
Now
called
apply
Tunde
it to the
back.
next
I have
problem.
been watching you, he said. You listen. You try. But you are afraid. Tunde swallowed.
I have been watching
No one
you.
had
You
described
listen,
him
you
so
try,
accurately
but you're
before.
afraid.
Sir,
Sir,
I'm just not good at
maths.
maths.
Who told you that?
Mr.
My
Adewale
results.
smiled.
Results only tell
Who
you what
told you
happened.
that?
They do not tell you what is
My
possible.
results. Results only tell you what happened. They do not tell you what is possible. He took out a small notebook. From today, you and I will rebuild your foundation. Not cramming. Understanding. And so began the transformation. They started from the basics, fractions, ratios, simple algebra. Concepts Tunde should have mastered years ago but never truly understood. Mr. Adewale explained patiently, using examples from everyday Nigerian life. If 5 students share 2 meat pies equally, he would say, how much does each person get? Suddenly, fractions were not abstract symbols. They were meat pies. If the price of Gary increases by 20%, what happens to the total cost? Percentages became market conversations. For the first time, mathematics made sense, but it wasn't easy. There were days Tunde got frustrated. Days he felt slow. Days old voices echoed in his mind, you cannot do it. Each time Mr. Adewale responded the same way, mistakes are evidence that you are thinking. Slowly, something changed, not just his grades, but his confidence. During one class, Mr. Adewale asked a question on simultaneous equations. Silence filled the room. Tunde's heart pounded. He knew the answer. For a moment, fear tried to silence him. Then he raised his hand. Yes, Tunde. Mr. Adewale said calmly. Tunde stood up, voice slightly shaky, and explained the solution step by step. The class listened. No laughter. No whispers. When he finished, Mr. Adewale nodded. Excellent. That word echoed in his mind all day. Excellent. At home, nothing had changed yet. His parents still measured him by numbers on paper. But inside him, Something new had been planted, belief. By the end of the term, his mathematics grade improved from F9 to C5. It was not an A, but it was a miracle. His father examined the report card carefully. C5. He said, surprised. Tunde braced himself for criticism. Instead, his father looked up slowly. Keep going. It was the closest thing to approval he had ever received. The real test came during WAC preparations. WAC mathematics had broken many dreams before. Students whispered about it like a final battle. Tunde studied differently this time. Not by memorizing formulas blindly, but by understanding why they worked. He solved past questions. He made errors. He corrected them. Whenever panic tried to rise, he heard Mr. Adewole's voice. Understanding removes fear. On the morning of the examination, the sky over Lagos was cloudy. Students gathered nervously outside the hall. Tunde held his calculator tightly. When the question paper was distributed, he took a deep breath and flipped it open. Quadratics, trigonometry, statistics, topics he once feared now looked familiar. He began to write. 2 hours later, he walked out of the hall, not triumphant, not overconfident, but peaceful. He had done his best. Months later, when results were released, students crowded around the notice board, hands shaking. Tunde searched for his examination number. There it was, mathematics, B3. He stared at it, unsure if his eyes were playing tricks on him. B3, not just a pass. A strong pass. Tears blurred his vision. He ran home through the noisy streets, dodging okada and shouting vendors. Bursting into the living room, he handed the result slip to his father. Mr. Adebayo adjusted his glasses. Silence. Then he cleared his throat. Well done, Tunde. His mother hugged him tightly. For the first time, he did not feel like a disappointment. Years later, at the University of Lagos, Tunde studied economics, something he once thought impossible because of mathematics. During his final year, he visited Bright Future Secondary School. Mr. Adewole was still there. Students surrounded him after class, asking questions. Tunde waited patiently until they left. Sir. Mr. Adewole looked up. Recognition flashed across his face. Tunde. They shook hands warmly. I came to say thank you. Tunde said, for what? For not giving up on me. Mr. Adewole smiled. I did not transform you. You decided to believe? Tunde shook his head. No, sir. You showed me that failure is not a life
Thank you, sir,
sentence.
for believing in me when I
As he
thought I'd
walked
never
out of the
pass
school
math.
compound,
You did the
the
work.
afternoon
I'm
sun
proud of
shining
you.
over Lagos, Tunde realized something powerful. The problem had never been his inability to pass mathematics. The problem had been the belief that he could not, and all it took was one teacher, one patient, persistent teacher, to rewrite his story. Moral: sometimes success does not begin with talent. It begins with someone who sees your potential when you cannot see it yourself.